What's up, YouTube family? This is part 2 of free or cheap date nights. My dog is currently staring at me through the back glass. Welcome to my back porch. I had to sneak out to make this video because my kids were going to bed and they always want to be on video. So we live in the country. It's really loud with bugs and frogs and insects and things like that. So I hope you can hear me. But I have 12 more free or cheap date nights. It could be events with friends if you just want to go out with friends. Also, number one, you can watch fireworks if they apply that to that time of year, whether it's 4th of July, New Year's Eve, things like that. Number two, you could volunteer together. Volunteering is really special. I enjoy volunteering my time for different things, and I think if you volunteer together, then it kind of brings you closer together. You have something in common. It feels good to give back. Number three is actually one that my husband and I did when we were dating. We drove around and checked out the Christmas lights at Christmas. Whether or not you celebrate Christmas, you may want to enjoy the lights. They're just really pretty. Number four, you could go to the library and check out activities. They have lots of different activities that are free at the library. Library cards are free. Check that out in your county. Number five is draw or paint each other. I've seen different pictures and videos on TikTok or Facebook Reels, or even I have friends that have done this. And especially if you're not artistic, it's really, really funny to see each other's paintings of each other. So you don't have to be good at it. It's just fun to do. Number six is exercise together. I love to exercise. My husband does not like to exercise. So when we walk together, we get to spend time with each other. You can discuss different things. Sometimes it's kind of like a date night because we have 4 children, and sometimes it's difficult with our busy schedules to get out and actually have like an hour date or so. So exercise together. Tennis, pickleball. You can walk, you can run, go to the gym, biking, do an exercise class together. It could be a lot of fun, and you're getting exercise. It'll make you feel better. Number 7 is a dance class. Or if you don't want to get out in public and dance, you can just dance in your living room. We've done this also. Number 8 is go roller skating or ice skating. We used to have an ice skating rink in the wintertime near where we live, but they stopped doing it a couple years ago, I think maybe around COVID. So we would have to drive a little further, but it's really fun to skate or roller skate together. Number 9, you could go to a lake or a pond and you could feed the wildlife. Just make sure that you feed them the correct food. You could feed the fish and the ducks. You could just sit and have a talk if they have a bench. So that's another free or cheap date night or day date. Number 10 is play basketball. So it's really fun to get together. That could be considered exercise also, but you could play basketball. You could play pig or horse. I'm not really sure what other animals that you spell out when you play basketball, but it's really fun. Number 11 is you could do a free or cheap wine tasting. You could go to Aldi or Lidl or a discount grocery store and get a cheap bottle of wine or a few cheap bottles of wine, and you could taste the wines that way if you don't want to go out somewhere. If you drink alcoholic beverages, that's another cheap date night. Number 12, I've never done this. I've wanted to, but been a little scared, that you could dress up and go to open houses. We would love to build a house one day. We've been saving for many, 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 many years to build a house. So that's a good way to get some research and some data to see what you may want in your house. And I did say that there was only 2 parts to this, but I actually do have another part. So stay tuned for part 3 of Free or Cheap Date Nights. I have another list with 12 and also a way to get free or cheap childcare. So if you will like this video, comment down below any other cheap or free date nights that you have or have had, or maybe you want to do. And subscribe, please, if you enjoy this. Thank you. I hope you have a great evening or day whenever you're watching this.